Get on there. I hit the start button without mounting the camera first. All right. Got you in the shot. And we're going to go ahead and get our chat going here. What? Fluffy's leaving. Oh, he is packing up his stuff this time. Well, I got to find out what's going on with Fluffy. I missed out on that. Fluffy's saying another post he left the channel. He's been teasing that. All right. Got me a sandwich. Did some stretches. Took some painkillers. Got some fresh water. Need plenty of water. Speaking of water, I'm thirsty. Got some fresh music. Laid out my parts so I'm not hunting for stuff. Cross your fingers. No delays. All right. All right. Okay, come on. I'm telling you, trying to get the energy. It's hard once you let this job get to you. Yeah, it's got me. It's got its hooks in me. I want to pack up, come home, and just finish it tomorrow, but I can't. I don't want to come into work tomorrow and finish it. We're gonna finish it today. We're gonna finish it today. She's gonna drive out of the shop today. And then I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna play video games all night until I pass out. Because I have been on a video game tear. I haven't been playing video games too much in the last few years. I used to be a huge game nerd. But there was something about me where that all just kind of switched off. Like I just didn't really care about games. I think everything was just kind of getting too monotonous. Like everything just felt the same. I'm like, oh, it's just another game where I run around and I do stupid quests and I listen to NPCs bitch about losing their wallet in a haunted forest. I'm like, what the fuck were you doing in the forest to begin with? You know? By the way, I swear on this channel. If you don't like it, tough tits. I have mastered the art of swearing, so I will use it. I think what really, yeah, like in the beginning, like in the 90s and early 2000, I did a lot of PC gaming. Half-Life really changed that for me because I went into like really heavy debt trying to make a computer that could run Half-Life 2. I was chasing that purple dragon for a while, and then I got out of the computer gaming world just because that stuff was just bankrupting me. I was like, every time I need a game, like, oh, I need a bigger graphics card. Oh, I need more RAM. Oh, the my motherboard is not good enough to handle this, that, and this, and debugging Windows and patching, and I just became an Xbox guy after that because I could just go to the store, buy a game, it worked, and I lived that life. Like I went through all the Xboxes, got the Xbox 360, uh, and what was after the 360? The Xbox One. Then I did the Elite Xbox One, but I didn't do the latest version, whatever the hell they're on now. They didn't get into the like I had a few PlayStations, but I was always behind the curve on the PlayStations. Uh, there wasn't really anything on the PlayStation that at the time I cared for. When I met my wife, she liked a lot of games on the PlayStation, so that's when I started discovering some PlayStation games. Like when Guitar Hero came out on PlayStation 2, ho ho ho. I got stupid for some Guitar Hero. There was a lot of Guitar Hero parties at my house. I tell you what. And I think I must have taken that guitar apart at least a dozen times, repairing buttons and switches because it just wore them out. All right, I'm feeling the energy. I'm feeling some good energy coming in. Ugh. Had one of those electrolyte drinks, so good vibes, good vibes. Yeah, those O-rings. Yep, those are all bad dried up O-rings. That's why we're replacing everything. Let's see how much of this I can get through. Phew. Okay. Oh. It's there. We need to get that changed out. This PCV is a wonderful 27 millimeters. Thank you very much. And it's half inch, I forgot. Ah, not in frame. Get in frame. There we go. Can't believe nobody said I was in frame. Yep, that thing's dead. If your vehicle has one of these cartridge style PCVs that are generally pretty easy to get to, they're very affordable. Sub 50s, do recommend replacing them when you replace your spark plugs. This is a Subaru, and Subarus require you to replace plugs at 60,000 mile intervals. So, uh, budget for one of these. Most places will not even recommend to replace this during your tune-up. Okay, and it's no fault on them. It's just consumers who pay people to fix vehicles. That's you. You're a consumer. You get really feisty when things cost too much. So the shops just say, well, let's just replace it when it breaks. And when it breaks, it makes your car run really crappy. You start burning a lot of oil. And it generally takes a while for you to figure it out. So honestly, it's just better just to budget for it. Uh, win some, you lose some. More like right there. Yeah. Trying to make the picture better for y'all. All right, we got to get that crossover pipe going. I laid all this stuff out in a manner so how it's laying on top of each other is how it wants to go back on the car. This thing's like trying to wrestle a baby alligator here. There we go. Don't want to force it. It is very easy to break the ears off of this aluminum pipe. It's just cast aluminum. And it's not cast for good rigidity because it's not meant to take any huge stress. So if you're fighting it, stop. Let it relax naturally. I see a lot of people crack this pipe here because they're going to do exactly what I'm about to do, but I'm going to do it safe. So they take their cordless gun. I'm going to put mine on the low setting, and they slam them down. But instead, I'm going to be walking them in, just trying to get that first 50 turns out of the way so I can come back with a hand wrench and snug them up nicely. And I want to feel it lock in, and then I'm going to torque them. Perfect. We're good, we're good. All right, I'm going to get that intake manifold assembly. And I'm going to fight the hell out of this thing. Remember, I'm trying not to break that. We're trying to retain that hose. I can't take this off because it has a one-way fitting, which means it has to be broken in order to remove it. Horrible design, by the way. And that's about 125 bucks. Trying to help out the customer as best I can. All right. I left myself a breadcrumb trail of screws here. Set those off to the side. Let's get my knock sensors plugged in now. One knock. Come on, two. Give me two knocks. This one's being feisty. There we go. The other thing that's getting more ridiculous with newer vehicles is more people are putting more miles on their car in a shorter amount of time. This car is only like 4 years old and it has 100,000 miles on it already. That wasn't very common about 10 years ago. And when that happens, items are getting more and more heat soaked, which plastic gets brittle when it gets heat soaked. And trying to get repair parts for harnesses is getting harder and harder. Manufacturers, they're not offering uh, pigtails. Like you might be able to replace a broken wire, fix a pin on a plug. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if the whole plastic housing shatters because it's just rotten from heat soak. And nothing you could do. You'd have to get a whole new harness. And that sucks. There's no air moving in this corner of the shop too, and that's really kind of hurting my speed. I do have fans. They are trying to push some air around, but it's just a warm fart in this area. That was there. This is for my new fuel rail, which I don't have. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I didn't see that. Stand by, I gotta get fuel rail components. Ta-da! You love that? Like, oh no, 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 it showed it was billed out. I don't have it on me. Go count your inventory. We do not reuse these lines for any reason. Super not safe.
Speaking of super not safe,
I need to remember where I left off. I was bolting this thing on, and then I abandoned it. Gotta finish the engine. Because I don't want to come to work tomorrow. That is the name of the game today. No work tomorrow. Want to stay home? Now I gotta get a 17 on this mode. Come on. Another awesome thing about digital torque wrenches, you can program them for offset.
oh,
Ugh. Mm. Uh, Waiting for that painkiller to kick in. It's taking its sweet time. Let's see how these are look. Oh, these look great. I've had these runners that were just completely caked with carbon, soaking in some cleaner. And they look fantastic. Hell yeah. Let's clean these babies up. There we go. If you do not put these back in, you will have all types of problems. Alright, let's check my work really quick. I got those tight, I got that torqued, I got that torqued, tight, torqued. Now I can tighten that, tighten that. Sensor plugged in, that's for my throttle. This will remain loose for a little while. Loose, loose, loose. Okay, tighten those. These grounds, they have a groove that they have to go into, those ground plugs. So make sure they're orientated correctly. Otherwise, you're not going to have a good ground and you're going to have some weird drivability issues with misfires and you're not going to figure it out for a very, very long time. Okay, that's the EGR cooler. I'm going to leave that alone until I'm ready for my manifold, which I think I'm ready for my manifold. Let's get some new gaskets on here. Yeah, sorry I got to keep double checking for seals and gaskets. Normally when I go this heavy into an engine, I have something that's called an engine reseal kit, which is just everything I'm going to need all in one box. But in this case, you know, budget. It's on a budget. And the guy's like, do you really need it all? I'm like, I'd like to have it all, but, you know, we can do it piece by piece if you want, and we might get lucky and we don't need everything. and I can't return parts in the mailbox since it's been opened up. So he elected to go with buy it as you need it, the a la carte method. Not my favorite. Sometimes it can make things just a little bit complicated because you got to tell them, like, well, turns out we did need that one thing that was in that kit, and nobody in town has that seal available. I got to order it, and the dealership says it's going to take 3 days. So that's 3 days I'm not working on your car. And for some reason, they have it in their head that, oh, we can just start doing other things on their car. I'm like, no, I'm at a stopping point. I can't go any further. I always find that hilarious. They're like, oh, so you just can't do anything. I'm like, yeah, I can't do anything. We're at a standstill. I don't want to mess with anything else. This thing gets, it's like a cake recipe, you know? You're just trying to work with what you have on hand. Now you have to keep stopping and going to the grocery store if you figure out you don't have something on hand. Or something doesn't taste right, and you're like, oh, I thought I had salt, but I guess I didn't have enough salt. You gotta run out and get salt. You might get lucky your neighbor has salt, but don't read into the analogy too much. And local dealerships, they're only gonna keep on hand what is most popular. They don't want to clog up their local warehouses with a bunch of you never know stuff because that takes up shelf space for more important things that sell more frequently, like tires and brakes and struts. Stuff like this is ordered if you need it, and they'll get it from their mega warehouse, which is generally within a 12-hour drive. And if you need something from the mega warehouse, you have to get your order in. If you want to see it the next day, you got to get your order in, usually before like 10 a.m. So if you drop your car off at a shop and they say they might have to order parts and you take all day to get back to them, you just added another day of shipping on. Because ordering car parts, it's not like ordering something on Amazon. They don't have people working 24/7. They're 9 to 5. We're good. That's why we're doing it by hand. Okay. Next, let's fiddle with this EGR system. You there? Yeah. Oh, okay, guys. Sorry, we gotta kill it. Somebody needs me to talk to him. So, sorry this didn't work out. I'll show you it'll get it done.